Welcome back everybody to part number 94 of the Cyber Liberations playthrough. Do this dual fountain. And this could be 94 and out, you never know. But we're going to go in front, confront Catenaria, who is up here. It all comes down to this. Take a look. Nothing to pillage. Just take a look at our units here on it. You didn't do the damage. Bring all Miralin. You just supposed to do massive damage to tier 4 enemies and bosses. I wouldn't call that massive. And you couldn't flank, so let's go. There, at the source of the mana veins, that ancient throne of Bethrazen, and upon that throne, Catenaria, ruler supreme of the Vale.
Nephilim, you have no idea how long I've waited for this moment.
I thought you were dead.
You abandoned your realms, left the people to die. There were rumors you died in battle.
So you heard. Good, good. I couldn't risk having you interrupt me. Not when there was so much to do.
From the glowing clouds of mana spewing up from the veins, a shadow takes shape. Then it breathes. It is more than a shadow. Even before you see his face, you recognize the form.
Nephilim.
Ah, Inquisitor Regent.
Impossible. I killed you.
He has died and been reborn many times over the epochs, when there has been a need for him.
The Inquisitor Regent draws a strange dagger from his sheath and hands it to Catenaria. Though you've never seen the blade before, you sense your armor recoil at its presence. What are you doing here?
Tell me why you're here.
Because the ritual demands it.
Catenaria brandishes a strange grimoire.
Each step being marked pure, corrupting flesh to birth the titans, even controlling the mind of Mortis so you'd sacrifice the life of a goddess on angelic ground.
Nice.
Ilian, for years we've heard how Mortis's control over her people has been waning.
Every step a part of the ritual. When it is complete, I will learn the true name of the High Father. I will speak it, and he will be commanded.
Commanded to do what?
To set holy fire to the world so that only the pure survive. There's only one thing left to do. The final step in the ritual.
Have you gone mad?
This is insane! Even if your plan worked, you'll die alone with everyone else.
You heard Pirafet. Nothing saves this world from suffering. Nothing but the High Father. It is too late for me, and it is too late for you. But with us dead, with all of us finally dead, those that live a life of peace will be liberated of the past. Is that madness? No war, no suffering, just a world bequeathed to those most deserving of it?
What is the final step?
You said there was a final step in this ritual.
Yes, the thing I've needed since sending you to the Church of St. Darchild over 10 years ago. It was there I'd finally found you, my Nephilim.
She brandishes the strange dagger.
This is from the vaults of Barat Nor. It is the Dagger of Uru. I must draw the blood of the last Nephilim with this blade and feed it to the mana of the Nexus. Then the ritual will finally be complete.
Why did you abandon the Lows?
Whatever you're planning, the Lows in the Castle Hale had nothing to do with it. Why abandon them?
They were a waste. We had to centralize our forces if we were to take the Nexus, and the ritual required souls. Many, many souls.
Why did you kill the Emperor?
The Emperor gifted you his realm on a platter, and you killed him!
The ritual demanded it. The Tower of Mizrael was the last beacon of hope for the Empire. So said the commandment. From the beacon of hope, must the last emperor fall.
This ends today.
Enough talking. Stand and fight.
Katerina obliges, dagger drawn. She looks to the Inquisitor Regent.
Proselyte, attack!
Defeat Katerina. Okay.
I am his true disciple.
Excellent.
I go to victory.
I'm glad I deferred my turn to then get poisoned.
Glory will be mine.
Life is chaos.
I go. Walk in his light.
Alright. I'm going to presume we've got to take these things out.
Moving. You're mine.
Do that.
Moving.
Okay, so she does some damage.
Done. You're mine.
Soul of Mortis.
Move out. These are not your lands. Pathetic thing.
Luckily, these don't seem to have a lot of health. Right, we've got to take this thing out now.
Mortis is eternal.
Scorch the secure. This suffering must end.
Sounds like I want to probably keep a couple moderately behind here. Let's move you to here.
Come closer, children.
You can do that.
Give your life to Galleon.
Squeal for me, pig. Feel
Okay. Do you feel our
Move out.
regen can probably out heal that?
Die. You're done.
Start you going over here. Really?
Mana Mother, feast on them.
Can't kill it still. I'm just gonna leave you here. What have we got? Soul of the Inquisitor Regent. Okay. Missed.
Corsidium Mantiae.
Missed. Good. Glad I brought you along.
Nevendaar will have her vengeance.
Just gonna end your turn.
Iron fist. I am the fury.
Let's move. You're mine. Move out.
Hopefully she can kill him. Thank you very much.
I return to the mana flow. I will burn and be reborn. And burn and be reborn. You will not stop.
Let me just check. There's no... No. Okay, that's... Can't be hit with...
Armath Rotuntiae.
Let's move up here.
Fight me.
Missed.
Corsidium Mantiae.
Just defer here.
My father guide me. This suffering must end.
Don't miss.
Mother Nevendaar, in your name.
Bring you down here. Right, Avi, I'm going to defer.
Squeal.
Okay. So we've got this dude. Soul of Galleon's Beast. Move one back. It's quite comical actually. This is probably the best mechanically boss battle that we got so far. This is what all the others should have been like.
I go. This suffering must end.
Okay. Can't attack here. Can't attack. I'm gonna bring Avi
I'm going.
over. Literally right to the front over.
Feel the iron fist. Nevendaar, come again.
Just like a scubus.
Cease this! I made you! You were born to die by my hand! What? I am the one who called on your mother to destroy Nevendaar centuries ago. Not the High Father, me! Just as I am the one who sent your beast of a father to stop her. This ritual has been epochs in the making.
Excellent.
You slipped from my servant Veron, from the Inquisitor Regent, like some lowly rat crawling on her belly. No more! I am Katanira, Queen of the Angels Profane. This is our world. We are the true gods. I am your creator. Feed the blade of Uru your blood. Die for me!
What do you mean you created me?
Enough lies, Katanira. My parents were the angel Inoel and the Lord Horus. They loved each other, and they love me.
Love is the veil we use to disguise our worst desires. The angels of the four heavens would never accept a Nephilim. Your father was dead. Your mother left with no choice but to give you up. And so you return to the bosom of this world, my world, and the hunt for your blood began.
Why do you want to destroy the world?
If this ritual destroys the world in flame, it will destroy you with it.
No, Bethrazed created this world for the High Father, but it is I who am her rightful queen. The gods and mortals have sullied her sweet body long enough. I will speak the name of the High Father. I will command him to set this place ablaze. And I will rebuild her as she was meant to be.
What are you?
Look at yourself, Katanira. Look what you've become.
This is what I've always been, you fool. I am a queen. Veron was my duke. reigning over Varantaor. But I was queen of the angels profaned. Ilion was my home, a home you stole from me. But it will be mine again.
Come and fight me.
You want my blood? Come and get it.
Round 1. Right, so we get to start straight off with our ultimate here.
Twilight is here.
Okay. She doesn't have a lot of health. Yeah. Right, let's bring you in.
For Nevendaar. Pathetic thing.
Missed.
Armath Reduntiae. Carcidium Mantiae.
Back out a bit. I don't need my range guys being that close. Taking 25% off already though. Gonna spin this a little bit here, just so I can see in over my dragon. Okay, no status effect of weaken.
Mother Nevendaar.
Right, what have you got? Okay.
Mana Mother. Feast on them.
That's better.
That's a lot of damage.
No need to thank me.
She might not last this round. This is how bosses should have been. This is a really good boss battle. Mechanically amazing. You're immobilized, so not a lot you can do. Back him out by 1. Let's just drop that. Alright. What you got?
All shall kneel.
Contagion.
Dissidus descends.
Okay. Contagion on the basic. Not bad.
You're mine.
See you later. Nice. That's a boss battle. I love that. That's really good. That one was really, really good. Katarina's corporeal form stumbles, and old world ends are locked, teetering backwards into the mana flow. The Dagger of Uru drops to the ground. Its clanking metal rings in the carnivorous din.
I cannot be stopped.
Do nothing. You step back. Katanira reaches for you, her body stiffening, going grey. Then, it is stone. Then it is dust wafting up like embers in smoke. You simply watch. Even after she's finally gone, you remain still, staring at the space Catenaria had filled.
Abby, you alright?
I can't believe it's over.
It's done. Mortis is dead. The Veil's fallen. The Elves' plan failed. The Legion won't have the mana they need for their weapon.
We won.
There's still the matter of what to do with this place. The power of the Nexus drove the world mad.
Blow it up.
We should do something with the Dagger of Uru, too. It's a little too important to leave lying around.
We'll bring the dagger to
The
Ilion.
dagger was hidden in Barret Nor before Catanera found it. I'd say it's ours now.
Thieving. A woman after my own heart. And the Nexus?
Claim it for
The
Ilion.
Nexus is home to the power of the gods themselves. It's our burden to claim this place and guard it. In the name of Ilion.
Oh, smart. The one who controls the Nexus controls the world.
Glad you approve. It so happens I'm getting the hang of making world-altering decisions. Sometimes.
Actually, one more thing. Catanera was following the ritual written in a grimoire. This grimoire.
Orion hands you a small tome. Proudly cocking an eyebrow, he is a thief until the very last.
After everything we've been through, every hardship suffered, you haven't changed one bit. Well done, old friend. Very well done.
My stubborn refusal to grow is my best quality. And you? How has Aviana the Liberator changed?
Compassion is my guide now.
This world makes you hard if you're not careful. It will rip you from everything you hold close. I thought I would be bitter. I thought I would be hateful. But the pain only brought me closer to everyone around me. That's what I want to show the world now. We're not united by pain, but compassion.
So began the Epoch of Heathens. From far and wide, the denizens of Nevendaar flocked to Ilion, seeking refuge. The war had not been kind. Mercifully, the new epoch began with a tenuous peace. The races of the world would convene under one banner, yours. Free of the chains of its past, Nevendaar would become the world you'd promised to make it. One of freedom, one of heart, one of liberation.
Aviana, I can't believe how much you've been through. Not a bad ending for the Twilight Twins if I do say so.
Years pass. Nevendaar is slow to change, but you're patient. And through that patience you would come to see a new world born. From the southern wastes to the tips of the northern ranges, there was not a realm unaffected by your rule. Guarding the Nexus proved a daunting task, though a necessary one. Its power remained in your hands, and with it, you controlled the world. Any who opposed you would soon learn that Ilion was both a home and a monolith casting its shadow across the land. With the elves fought back from the Lows and the Second Woken pushed from the Castle Hale, the bastions of the Old Empire rose again. Together, you and Orion traveled to the Lows often, every occasion fountaining into a celebration of drink, dancing, and laughter. Though you preferred to be called Avi, the people of this new empire insisted on calling you Empress. Reintegration of the Veil's many troops took years, and it was not without pain. But as the last of the Titans died, so too did the nightmare they wrought. You sent troops of Second Woken hordes to Greyleaf to guard the throne of Corsal. Should any god choose to stand against you, the throne would be their prison. The same became true of the Hall of Souls. Its bricks grew full of those mortals foolish enough to question you. Supplanting the Council of Six as leader of the Second Woken was a difficult choice, but one you would honor. Ghouls from Greyleaf to Queen's Nest flocked to you, and you were happy to meet them. With their necromancers, you rose the corpse of the Beast of Galleon from its decomposed state, preferring to ride it as your trusty steed. As for the Legion, They came to accept that mortals ruled the path of flesh and flame and marched to Ilion seeking a more permanent alliance. It was one you accepted. It would only be a matter of time before you set sail aboard the Helzadin with your demon kin, the weapon of Barrett-Nor loaded, ready to kill their lord Bethrezan. Though, not everything in the Unholy Realms was so grim. The Festival of the Molten Moons raged on in Hurek, an eternal celebration held in your honor. Elsewhere, the Elven clans ceased their raids and took their place as allies of Ilion, governing the Whitelands and Wotan's grave from their true home in Atelian. So honored were you among their people, even the blood trees bowed to you in respect. So went the races of the world, but in the end, it was the intimate moments that mattered most. Coruscant happily assumed the role of High Priestess. She held mass in Ilion, praying for every race, even those least deserving of it. Though her mortality always haunted her, Elmiran felt safe with you, as did her falcons. They made a strange family, but what family isn't strange, really? Or Mariel's life would always be full, and the people who needed her always demanded more. But Ilion was her home, and she longed to return every time she was away. Though most in Ilion rightly feared Charlea, you grew to see her in a different light over the years. Unless, that is, you walked in on her during a feed. Years would pass with Sebastian, the rightful king of the Hail, as your dear friend and mentor. When he finally breathed his last breath, it was a peaceful one, with you by his side. After Bagthal passed, you ordered a single soldier to stand guard over his grave. Not to guard it, but so that he wouldn't be alone. It would be a long reign over Ilion and, eventually, Nevendaar. There would be more loss and more loves along the way. But your life would be full. The people of Ilion would be safe. And until the epoch's end, Nevendaar would be liberated. ...
My child of sky. Aviana, can you hear me?
Yep. Mother?
Inoel. Mother. Yes, I hear you, but I don't know where you are.
Time is short, and we must go unseen. Purifet the Fate Hand has made a mistake. We are using our might across the four heavens to reset time. We have to send you back.
Send me back where?
To the beginning. To change the choices that undid the liberation of the world. You must let Katanira draw your blood from the dagger. Katanira was meant to speak the name. She must speak the name.
I don't understand.
The world is liberated from Katanira. She was going to invoke the name of the High Father.
No, not the High Father. A creature far, far older. The true battle for liberation must begin again.
Wow. Wow. It's a good way of spinning it back into a new game plus, actually, and telling you you could do this. So let her speak her name. Wow. Disciples Liberation. What a game. Completely unexpected, this game for me. Its length, we're well into the 90s in this parts. I was expecting 60 at most. So it's for a 90 plus part series. Yeah, and it's just flown by. There's only been a few times where it's felt like a trudge. Sometimes that there's that point where you have to do every single battle and you can't conquer. That was a bit of a trudge through, and that's why I ended up putting the experience booster back on that I got from the deluxe version, because I enjoyed the demo that much that I spent a little bit more money. It wasn't actually that much more to get the deluxe, and it's been worth every penny for me. I've really, really enjoyed the game. The only thing I haven't enjoyed is the majority of the boss battles suck. There's quite repetitive. They've got too much health. They don't do enough damage. But then you got the Katarina boss battle at the end. It was really, really good. Really enjoyed that one. So It's not all lost on that. But the combat was great. The story's great. I really enjoyed the story. You know, twisting, changing, all that stuff. That was really, really good. And we're back. Liberation mode is now unlocked. You can start a new game and try rallying all factions under your banner. New dialogue choices will be available to you to help accomplish this task. Make sure you select the choices to see the new story truly unfold. In addition, you're no longer limited to only 2 companions that can accompany you on the battlefield. You may bring all available companions with you to battle. Wow. Okay. Wow. Liberation mode, eh?
It is a time between.
So if you look at
What? Oh, Avi.
Sovereign Shard of
I
Nevendaar.
don't know what's worse. Your snoring or this?
I can.
It's just past twilight.
Us doing a.
No,
About
It's
that.
just
How are we gonna do this?
something's off. I can't put my finger on it, but it's...
We're about to get paid for the biggest contract of our lives.
didn't mean to push that then.
I don't want to do this either, Avi. But what choice do we have?
What choice?
Maybe I'm the one who should have asked if you're all right.
We know the Church of St. Darchild is always guarded, even at night. We have to go in and kill everyone.
The contract didn't say anything about guards.
If they see our faces, the Empire will hunt us and our families. You
Okay.
seem nervous.
We've done a lot of aren't you?
We've gone through this. We have no
What choice
choice.
do we have, Ori? We need the pay, and we already took the contract.
For that kind of money,
That's right.
simple as that.
So we got him. These are the damned Elven, all plus 25. Coming to our units here. Wow, back on level 1. You literally start from scratch. Okay. Let's just back out here. Okay, so you start from scratch, but you've got more dialogue choices open. Okay. That's interesting. Not going to do that right now. Just wanted to see what that's like. I was hoping you might start with them all of your gear, and just steamroll through it. Because, you know, I'm up in the... If I go to a load game here, I see it recording this early December. 64 hours. That's 1:15, so that was half an hour ago as well. So we're looking at 65 hours worth of gameplay. I was expecting 40, probably. I'm just trying to, you know, rack my brains. Like, if I go back to a game like Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 10, sorry, 60 hours first playthrough without doing all the side quests and all the monster arena and all that stuff. To get through the main story, no, in the 30s probably, 30 to 40. So yeah, it's a long game, long game. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. So the combat's been really good. I like the mix of all the different units. You can tweak them and expand. So yeah, you can. Yeah, just it's a really good variety of games, and so the companion system and how you can have 2 of them and update them with the back line. You can tweak them. I found a really good sweet spot with sort of regain on. And there was a heal and one that gave you strong and quick, and it pushed you up. Really enjoyed that. That one I probably could have got rid of towards the end, but found a nice sweet spot there. But there's a variety there. There's 5 different endings for this game, and obviously I've just seen one. Am I ever going to see all 5? Probably on YouTube. I'm not going to play it through 5 times, not unless there's a streamlined way through. Because I was doing all the side quests as much as I could, and doing all the battles as I could. It was only at the end when I was skipping some chests because they're just, you know, in my opinion, they weren't rewarding enough. Yeah, it's let me just turn down the volume a little bit here. You don't need that on. Yeah, the battles weren't, unless they're scaling up with me, which is probable to be honest. It wasn't easy, you know, it wasn't getting easier because I was over leveling or anything like that. But yeah, what can I say about this game? It's been an absolute cracker. Such a surprise. As I said, I played it, literally spawned from seeing an advert on Facebook to then downloading the demo and having an absolute blast. And you play the demo through to get to Ilion. And I believe that's a demo that's always out there. So if you're ever unsure, just go and play that and see if it's what you want. It takes a bit of time to get used to the movements and stuff, but it's yeah, it's really, really good. I liked the way that the battle maps were changing, so they're really open, or you'd have like corridors that you'd have to go through, and then you had the lightning coming in. It then does go into one of my other bugbears where there's a point, probably 2/3 of the way through, where everybody just seemed to be. I was just melee, you know. I had like one range of 1 across everything, or you know, a couple, and every enemy was just like launching from downfield, and that becomes an absolute annoyance, especially when they're launching from downfields to multiple characters doing serious damage, and there's like 4 or 5 of them on the team. That was annoying. You know, you had that dragon battle, which actually was pretty well. It was a tough battle, but you sort of look at that and go, okay, yep, that's what I'm going to go in for. And it was guarding a chest, which was a blueprint, so it's a bit harder. But just a random like enemy that's strolling around, and you just bump into them, turns out to being literally an AoE kill fest. And I'd have to keep going in, go and get some more units, go back in, you know, toing and throwing on that sense. I never really got to experience magic. So if I do liberation mode with all of the stuff, I'll probably do that off camera, off recording, and just do a primary mage build, I would say, because I didn't really do that so much. You know, I was using magic every now and then, and I really enjoyed the hex blade that I did. Lots of sort of sustain on that one, but yeah, maybe try out the mage on that one. But this is a game I can't recommend highly enough. It's a solid 8-9 out of 10 for me. Say the biggest drawback for me on this one was the bosses. The only boss that wasn't rubbish, put it bluntly, was the final boss. The first boss is survive 5 rounds or 3 rounds, and you have a few of them coming up, and then you get to, I think it was Varan, where he has his pillars, and yeah, there's a few mechanics there, but it's not great. And then you get to some of the later bosses at the end, and they're just bullet sponges, and they hit like wet noodles, and you know, you're looking at 30 minutes just repeating the same thing over and over again. Just double the damage that they do, and half the amount of health that it's got. It would solve that problem quite easily. But apart from that, absolutely solid game, cracking game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a game that's got probably more views than most, along with Age of Darkness. Some of the videos I've done for that, that and this have been a series that has pushed my channel on slightly. So if you're still watching right now, thank you very much. I can't understate how thankful that I am that you guys have been watching my playthrough of this game. And hopefully you can see that I've enjoyed it throughout the most part. You know, probably 85, 90% of the game I've really thoroughly enjoyed. Probably 95. And yeah, it's over. It's weird. I've got some other stuff lined up. Probably some legacy games to play. As I'm recording this in December, this will come out in probably January, February by the time we schedule it all up. So by the time you're seeing this, I'll be on the look for maybe Elden Ring coming out. But again, I'm not expecting that to do well on my channel because the mainstream streamers will we'll take that. But that's a game I'm looking forward to, and probably the next game I'm looking to buy. I don't know what the release cadence is for games at the moment, because I've been busily playing this one, playing Age of Darkness as well, and I'm keeping that on as playing through. Mind, I'm recording this in December. There's been a recent update for that, which I'm sort of playing because I'm enjoying that type of game, and it's just two very different games that I normally play, and it's been a breath of fresh air for me. But so I'm going to go back to some of the legacy games. I'll probably play some more of this offline. I'm going to look for some more games in this genre to pick up and have a look. I've got some modded games that I'm going to be playing, which might or might not, depending on how many I record, could all be showing up on the channel already. But this is Disciples Liberation, stonking game. And yeah, if there's some DLC that comes out for this, I'll be picking it up instantly. Thank you very much. Want some more of this? I'll play around with Liberation mode, see how that goes with a mage build, and maybe I'll do some highlights or something. I don't know. Haven't quite thought to that far ahead. But yeah, gonna end this one here. Again, appreciate everybody who's stepped in and watched me play this game. Again, thank you so much. Please give this a like. Please comment. What are your thoughts on the games? Did you get a different ending? What choices did you do? Did you do a different type of playthrough? I did a one ring to rule them all playthrough. We'll definitely do something different next time. I'll probably, again, similar playstyle. When I see a certain option come up, I'll always pick that no matter what. Maybe I'll do a heart playthrough, so whenever I see a heart I have to select it or something. I don't know, with a mage. But yeah, it's just let me know how it sort of turned out for you. I'm going to presume, because of the way it was, you couldn't get the option for her to stab you and get I'm guessing it's a super boss that comes down, at the end of it, and even a harder boss that we haven't seen. So I'll be interested to see what that is doing. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are if you've got that far. Is it worth it? Because if I've got to sink another 50-60 hours in, definitely make sure that it's worth it. So yeah, gonna end this one here. Thank you very much. There may be some more Disciples Liberations coming on. I don't know. If there's DLC, definitely we'll be tagging that on. But thank you very much, everyone who's been watching this. Again, I've said it about 17 times already in this video, and I'd say it another 17 times if I could. But yeah, we're gonna end this one here. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll catch you guys for the next one.